All right. So I wanted to quickly do something here. Let me make sure that everything's playing out the right way. Uh, so hopefully people can join me. I know I just posted a video at like 7, but I needed to, discuss some stuff. It shouldn't be long. It's gonna be like a 30-minute stream here, as you can see in the title. Let me go back. Monetization on. I'm gonna close this a little bit. It's part of the streams. Actually, let me check what's going on. Allow live chat to replay. All right, so we got 8 people in here. I really just want to chat a little bit. We got 9 people in here. It's not going to be anything long. It's literally going to be a quick stream. So I just want to wait for people to come in here. How did everybody's day actually go today? I realized that AMC wasn't or didn't really make the best move possible. The GME made an amazing move in the beginning and then suddenly fell down pretty hard. Yeah, this is only going to be like a 30-minute stream. So just to have a conversation, because we were having a little bit of a conversation, a little bit of back and forth in the Discord group as well, and I wanted to make sure that we were all really on the same page to understand what's going on. So let me alert people in the Discord group. I know I normally don't do this, and have this stream set up, but let me alert people in the Discord group. Maybe I should open up the chat. Maybe I should. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Let me open this up so people can say some stuff. Because I just posted a video that we need to talk about a little bit, just to understand and not actually, shine light on those areas, but just wanted to quickly talk about it. Let me exit this quick. Finally, says Oliver Smith. Yes. I'll release it to the moon. Let's go. Matthew, is Clover a buy right now? So that's one thing I wanted to just talk about right now, because some people, my last video, it didn't get as much hate as I thought it was going to get based on the first couple of likes and dislikes. It was pretty bad. But we need to talk about that a little bit. I tried becoming a member and couldn't find it. Where do I do it? If you go in the description, the link, the first link in the description, you'll be able to become a member there. I'm seeing a push this Friday, possibly Monday, based on the monthly. Yeah, if you look at it by day, it looks like we're going to see a massive jump based on just a simple setup, a simple bull flag setup. But yeah, there are other instances to where we can see definite increases. What are your thoughts for tomorrow for AMC? We'll get into all of that. This is going to be a quick 30-minute stream. But I wanted to address some things and really get some perspective here, because the last video that I posted, the Clove video, a lot of people had mixed emotions about it. Basically saying that, it's hedge fund driven, institution driven. They're looking to push this and, kind of push this AMC, push Clove as a squeeze over AMC. So I wanted to, talk about this and have an understanding, because we all understand that it's not everything is all about AMC. Like, we understand that AMC is the biggest topic right now. We understand that we are holding whatever we are holding. We're looking to hold on to that and continue to grow that. But we understand that there are other opportunities out there as well to invest in positions. And I don't want to be that person that's literally, I know I tend to do this, and maybe I shortchange myself a little bit. And I'm not that person to just overhype something, and I understand that we have hype around it, but it's literally to a point to where it's a consolidation period. We don't need to sit here and overhype what is really going to happen there. I understand we need people to continue to either buy in or hold their positions, be comfortable with it. But that's what I'm here to do, is have people relax and understand that we are literally in the beginning stages of this squeeze for AMC. But there are other opportunities out there. You know, um, the Discord keeps kicking me. What are you talking about? You're saying people in the Discord are kicking you? Sorry, give me a second. Can it gamma squeeze? Yes. Yes. If you're talking about AMC, yes. I think Clove is a bear trap. So yeah, I mean, you can have everybody can have their opinion on what the position is, but there's a lot of positions out there that are heavily manipulated by institutions, hedge funds. There's a ton out there. Trust me. Whether you think it's just Clove or you think it's something like Tesla or Apple or Facebook, whatever, they end up having all of these positions that are heavily traded by either institutions, hedge funds. They trade with a black box in order to figure out exactly what you're doing, stop you out in certain scenarios. So it's not necessarily anything different. If you can find a cash grab, something that's different, and be able to give yourself a lot of money so that you can eventually maybe put more into AMC or in other positions, doesn't that make it a better situation? I'm never saying that you should completely distract yourself from the position at hand. AMC is a huge position. We should be in it. We should be ready to go and be holding. And I think that for the most part, you're seeing a lot of people that are holding as much as they possibly can. And whatever is left, whatever they feel like they had to trade with, they're going to trade other positions. Like for me, I hold $9,000 in my account to be able to trade with off and on in a day. So if I see Clove as a position where I can get in and gain $100 or $1,000 or whatever, I'll do that. I'm not saying I'll hold it overnight because I don't think that's a play. But to tell you that it doesn't have information behind it is absurd. I would tell you that there is information. It's only information. I never want to sit here and say, oh, this is more of a squeeze play. So I understand that where my flaw was with that video. The only flaw that I had with that video was not the fact that I gave out the information. It's the fact that I talked about it in a squeeze potential. That obviously shines light on that over the AMC position. I understand where people were coming from. That was my only flaw with that video. And once I took that in, I was like, all right, this is where it got to people. And sometimes you make those mistakes. I'll be the one to call it out and say that I did make that mistake by saying that it was a squeeze potential rather than, just talking about it as a large increase, maybe just a cash grab type of thing, because we don't really know what it is. There's no way that something will come out of nowhere and squeeze that quickly. You know what I mean? And build up that much short interest. So it takes a while to develop if that was going to be the case. So I made the mistake in talking about it as as more of a squeeze, and I needed to talk about it as just I wouldn't just say a pump and dump, because it did look like it, but they didn't dump it right away. And it's been a couple of days. Typically they dump it after a couple of days or after the mainstream, like every retail trader gets their hands on it. Once they get their hands on it and actually gets to those people, typically that's when it'll dump. But it hasn't done that dump yet. And we will see a pullback, but I'm thinking it's more of a cash grab rather than a pump and dump. Pump and dump would have been something that it actually dumped today and didn't recover, but it did. So thinking it has a little bit of potential behind it, but I made a mistake in calling it a squeeze. So that's all I wanted to say there, is really just that I needed to apologize for calling that what it wasn't. I understand that you look at all of the different things and see that things have squeeze potential, and I understand that could be distracting or a distraction to AMC's overall squeeze potential and GME's overall squeeze potential, and calling it another squeeze so that people, end up seeing that as a lower opportunity or a lower priced opportunity, and then you take value away from it. So I understand where you're coming from. But, I obviously didn't intend for it to be that way. I just worded it the wrong way. Sometimes you do that. And I'll be the one to make that mistake, or be the one to call out that mistake if I make it. It's not too late to enter AMC. Come in today. I buy some to help. How can we hold Robinhood accountable for potential intentional outages? I don't think we can. I mean, they have, like, Robinhood just does things that they can do, and it's in the things that you sign. So when you sign up for an account, they can basically suspend accounts, they can stop trading, they can do whatever they want because you signed off on that. So you can't really do anything about it. I mean, unless you start unless they start getting investigated, then yeah, with like multiple cases and basically capturing cash for themselves over everybody else getting cash. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't really see any scenario to where we take down Robinhood because we signed off on that as you create an account. Do you think AMC will, and which every account actually has that type of thing. So you sign off on something when you sign up for Fidelity and TD Ameritrade. AMC would have squeezed if people didn't buy Clove. No. So AMC is not at a squeeze yet. Right now, it's literally just FOMO buying. We don't really have too many, shorts being covered. We do have some shorts that are actually being covered from what I understand, but they're not covering a mass amount of shorts. So we're not seeing that squeeze yet. The squeeze would be included where we do have that FOMO buying, we have institutional buying, we have the covering of those shorts, all of those in tandem, and then we would see a lot of that push up. When they actually give up and they start covering a mass amount of shorts, that's when we'll see it. Watch the cat when you talk about Clove. The cat wants to attack. You guys are funny. Bro, you shouldn't even have to explain yourself. There are other plays out there, other money to be made, and I'm hoping you will continue to keep making videos about new plays. Love the potential. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot, but I think the only mistake that I had was just saying that it does have, that squeeze potential, which just looking at some of the detail, yes, and I may have missed something if I'm looking at, institutional holdings. Just because institutions hold it doesn't mean too much. What are you doing, Daisy? Come on, no. Get off that. Get off that. Let me get her. Chase her. Do something. Why is Harper's toy out? You know what? Never mind. I'll fix it later. But yeah, I mean, I know I shouldn't have to explain myself, but sometimes I feel like I have to come out and say, hey, this is why I'm getting a lot of like backlash from this video. And in the beginning, it was pretty bad when it came to like to dislike ratio. What's up, Latin? How you doing? How you doing, Bebo? Are you playing Resident Evil today, or that game is fun? Matt is the Russell Wilson of the finance space. How many times have I been told that I look like Russell Wilson? I don't see it at all. Not even close. What does that say? What does what say? I wonder how much is the costing a day? How much is this costing a day? What do you mean? Molly Full recommended Clove. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't care, well, obviously you need to care some bit who recommends it or anything. If I see potential gains, then I'm going to take them. What people need to understand is how to play those potential gains. I'm not saying play it for the long haul. I'm not saying play it for the absolute squeeze. I'm saying it's something that could rise quite a bit, whether it's you do have FOMO buying or you have, some sort of manipulation in some form or fashion. I really don't care. All I care about is the fact that people can make money here. And if they make money, they're more likely to put it in other areas, which they can put it into maybe AMC if they make enough money. Maybe they can put it into GME. Maybe they can double down wherever they want to. but this gives them the room to do whatever they want with it. Like I said, for me, I will keep, before this it was 20,000, but I would keep, 10,000 or so open so that I can trade with during the day, whether it ends up being a negative trade or a positive trade. Like for me today, Clove didn't go my way. I wasn't able to get in at the right points. And if I would have, then I would have made a decent amount of money from it. But I physically didn't have the time to be able to do it because, work was kind of getting in the way there. But if I would have been able to get into these positions, it would have been, pretty big. So I ended up losing like $40, but $40 is nothing compared to what you can lose if it does go completely against you. That's why I'm saying that you should always be able to limit your losses in every case. But, making money with costs and making money elsewhere, I can't remember where, making money elsewhere, then you can easily make that up. And then did anybody see Ride? What's the deal on Ride? I've heard something about Ride and them not having enough capital in order to make their first vehicle, which would be horrible because then they're gonna be shorted out of existence. You see the drop that we did have with Ride. Let's go back up to popular positions. SOS is up 2% in the after hours market. That's good. Where is Ride? Maybe I should go alphabetical order. Alphabetical order will work. Because it dropped down a significant amount. Closed at like $11. So Medica had a pretty decent day. Yeah, Ride closed at $11 and then closed the after hours market at $10.67. So yeah, Ride is going bankrupt from the sound of it. I mean, it looks like it. I don't know. Electric car maker warns it may run out of cash before selling its first vehicle. I don't know what that really means, because I know it is being heavily shorted, which means that this could be the end for Ride. So definitely watch out. But I'll keep a close eye on it. And that's crazy how it just fell so quick. If we look at this chart, here, wait, you know what? I don't even have it up. There we go. Yeah, if we look at this chart here, we're going to see like it was up in the $15, close to $16 range, and then just dropped down significantly all the way down to about $10, $10 or so, and then increased and, closed at about $11.22, which is an insane amount of, a drop. And it did drop down even more, down 4%, or basically 5%, even got down to about $9. So that's crazy. The title says, let's talk AMC. We're talking about other stuff. Yeah. The reason why I say let's talk AMC is because a lot of people are thinking that we can only talk about AMC. That's why the title is more of a play on words type of thing. Yeah, let's talk AMC. We understand what's going on with AMC. We understand that we're in a consolidation period really right now, but it's more or less a conversation really about why some people think we should only talk about AMC. You favor Tyler Perry, bro? No. We own AMC, more potential. Best bet is AMC. What do you think about ZOM? I think ZOM is good. I'm holding 7,000 shares of ZOM, so I definitely think ZOM is good. A recall hearing for Apple, something about Apple buying out an EV company. But I thought it was CCIV. I heard rumored, curious if they might buy out Ride. That's interesting because I know they are looking into like the electric vehicle space, right? So that's an interesting take as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that, Steve Martin. Are you Dominican? No, I'm black and white. Uh, can you take a look at that Russell Wilson? Look at what and who? What? Yeah, AMC was supposedly going bankrupt too until a lot of people got behind it. Um, as we know now, Ride has high short interest. I believe it's on the top of the list of the companies with the highest short interest. So we know that it's being heavily shorted, all that stuff. And Matthew Perry, you look over my messages. Just seen it. I don't try and look over them. It's just usually when you have the chat, the regular chat on, it gets overwhelming. I own 1,500 in our AMC shares. I did day traded Clove and will take profit over 3K and buy more AMC. Two can play this game. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you're thinking that people are going to take this and go away from AMC that has a lot of potential to squeeze to higher and higher numbers to something that you don't even know the potential for, like it's insane. That's why I was just like, why are people even mentioning this? Literally, I'm just telling people about information. Maybe I mentioned the word squeeze too much, but you're right. You can take 3K and put a lot into AMC, if not all of the 3K profit into AMC. I don't know why that's an issue. What's after AMC? That's what we're really trying to figure out, but people won't let you talk about anything else. So Ride is dog poop. How are we doing, Matt? We're doing pretty good. I think AMC right now, I mean, like I said, it was in that consolidation phase, and we consolidated through the after hours market, fluctuating from down at this $54 level to 55. And, you know, we're really hovering. We're setting up a great scenario, looking at the day chart, setting up a great scenario here, a great pattern here. Hopefully we can see that massive jump after a while. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. The growth is just insane. I love to see it. Love to see this growth. It doesn't even get close to the 200 EMA. It's not really pressing that at all. So we're good. We're really good. People are reacting emotionally with Clove being a new player in the game. Yeah, some people think that it's just too new. You know, they think it's so new that it makes no sense why it would increase so much. But we've seen a number of positions that have increased a heck of a lot. Now, I understand that giving it a title as the next thing to squeeze without actually having the backing behind it. I know we had 713 million shares worth of volume. It might even have been more than that. And I just wanted to keep an eye on it because things like that, it's not only about whether it could have a squeeze potential or not. It's about the fact that I can gain money from it, and it should be easy money. It should have been easy money today if I would have just put it in there and hold, but I wanted to watch it and I couldn't watch it. So I was just like, if I can't watch it, I don't know what it's going to do. And I got out of it. Matthew, do you think Lou is a shill? I don't think so. I think he likes to invest in other positions. I think he was talking about Clove as well, but no, I wouldn't say so. He seems like a good dude. I messaged you about Cardano months and months ago, and you've always ignored it. Now you're a fan of Cardano. Months and months ago? I was in it months and months ago. I was in it when I seen a video of I forget what his name was. The issue, like if you're saying like way back when I first really started getting into more investing content, well, people started resonating with investing content. I've had investing videos on my channel for a long period of time, literally since like the first year that I started. I've only been doing YouTube for about a year or 2 years and a half. 2.5 years. That's how you say that. But yeah, in the beginning, I wasn't actually into crypto at all. So that's probably why I did ignore it in the beginning. But I was definitely in it, months ago. So, but yeah, you're right. I do like Cardano, and Cardano was great back then. I just wasn't into crypto. So was Dogecoin. Luckily, I got in a little bit early. That's literally the first cryptocurrency that I got into was Dogecoin. Was it? It might be a lie. Uh, it might be a lie, but let's just say it's true. So the first cryptocurrency I ever got into was Dogecoin at that 4 cent or 5 cent mark, and then invested more at 6 cents. It instantly doubled literally the day after that to 12 cents, and I was like, okay, this seems very interesting. So I picked the right time to make the move in there, but typically that doesn't ever happen. Zomedica comes after AMC. Do a backflip. I hope you're right. Either way, I'm really only looking for Zomedica to make a small move. Zomedica has a lot of shares, so it'll take a huge backing in order to squeeze that. So, and the squeeze potential will also be less because you have close to 1 million shares or close to 1 billion shares that are out there. I just think it's good for people to understand that they are being distracted from AMC to delay the squeeze. I'm on Clove and Wendy today. I don't think they're being distracted to delay the squeeze. The squeeze is not like right now there's so much volume behind it, but it's the fact that the hedge funds won't cover, that won't push the squeeze any higher. Yes, we have FOMO buying. We can own as many shares of the stock as possible, but we're not getting enough from the hedge fund side. If we get enough from their side, we're good. But we can make every move that we want right now. And it's not going to initiate the squeeze really until we see them start to cover. I'm noticing that my daughter's like little over here. My daughter's little toy right there. That's green and it's lighting up blue. I don't know why. Maybe because of the green screen thing. And it looks like it's like an ocean. Weird. Not a distraction for sure. The squeeze is inevitable. I don't see what's wrong with diversifying. Yeah, I mean, me neither, but a lot of other people do. So I just wanted to talk about that, really just to discuss it because I don't want to make it seem like people should jump ship. And I've never said that. In the video, I said specifically that I don't think you should, make a move, like pull your positions out of anywhere in order to get into Clove. It's something that's more of like, hey, if you have any extra money that's sitting there that you weren't going to either use or you use on a daily basis, it's good to be able to make a little bit of money from here because it's kind of predictable where it could go. Agree with what you just said about squeeze. Subscribe. Well, thank you. Backwards West Christian. Financial treason. Financial treason. Oh wait, is that the video that Matt Kors just posted? I seen something I think where he was like financial treason. AMC price goes to 6,500. I'll hit my retirement goal. That's good. That's good to hear. Obviously, you need to account for taxes. Matt definitely looks Dominican. I'm not Dominican. Actually, we went to DR for our honeymoon, and literally everybody was like speaking to me in languages I didn't understand. So they were like, "Oh, you're not Dominican? No, I'm not Dominican." You go. I thought you were. No, I'm not. I get mistaken for Spanish and Dominican, Puerto Rican all the time. Just dropped a great video. I'll have to check it out. AMC is now too expensive for the average investor. Investors want $10 or $20 stock. Yeah, typically they want something that's lower. But when they start seeing the full potential, then they start getting into things like this is why you're going to see like maybe volume drop a little bit lower because of the fact that the prices get so high. So that's why I said a lot of people are going to be looking for like other positions as well. Once AMC really gets up to a point where people stop really FOMO buying and you start seeing the covering of shorts that increase the price, a lot of people are going to move on to some other places. Instead of actually buying into it brand new, someone's probably going to go to something that's affected at a smaller scale, maybe BlackBerry or Naked Brand or Zom or whatever. Are you Russell Wilson's stepbrother? No, I'm not. A very good interview with Wes Christian on Matt Core's channel. Y'all have to check it out. I want you to talk about the 106% float owned by institutions on Clove. See, one, I didn't see that. So that's why I said there's something that I could be missing. Xfinity. Something that I could be missing here by seeing that. But that truly doesn't mean much. That means that they see it as a huge potential. So if they're owning it, then the short side of things, that means that institutions are getting behind it. So retail traders probably should have already been behind it. You know, if you see, let's say with AMC, you know, a lot of retail traders own that, right? And institutions will get behind it too. Actually, you know what? Let's look at a better example. Let's look at GME. So GME, you had maybe a few retail traders that were actually making huge moves on it. You know, DFV, you had some other people. I mean, then you had some retail traders that were going into it that were holding for a long period of time. But then you saw it really take off when you've seen other institutions and other hedge funds get into it. So they ended up holding a large portion of those shares in order to profit and bring that price up as well. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, because institutions can buy into positions in order to drive the price up more because they have more buying power than individuals. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but 106%, how does that even make sense? How do they own 100? How do you own 106%? That means that they own like any shares that I would own. How does that make sense? And one, I didn't even look at that detail, so I would have to. The only thing I'm really looking at is seeing that potential, but I didn't see where the institution amount that we're holding. Who said that there? Just want to make sure I see who said that. What's your AMC prediction tomorrow? I think more consolidation. I'm not sure if we'll see it jump above, you know, certain marks, but you can say that it can get above. It can find a way above 60, 65, but just know that we're going to see, I think, more consolidation. Because, you know, rips continue by consolidation, or followed by consolidation is going to be, you know, you're going to have more rips. So that's the way that I'm looking at it. And who knows if it will be tomorrow where we see it rip. It could possibly be that point where the consolidation ends at that point and then we start to see it rip above 77. I'm thinking it's going to be more like Thursday or Friday when we see that. Today wasn't really the best day. It was, I think, a good day in the beginning, even towards the end of the pre-market, but it wasn't really the best day. And GameStop had an amazing day to start, but just fell off the map, completely fell off the map. Dorian Smith said 106%. How many AMC shares does Matt have? Did he say? I have 756. Again, this is where my strategy, where I believe the best like exit strategies are, and you could do whatever you want, but I believe that the squeeze will continue for a lot of people, and we will all gain a ton of money if more people, if a bunch of people that are holding, AMC stock hold less shares than more shares. So if we have more people with less shares, it would be better than less people with more shares, because less people with more shares, you have one person that sells off, it creates a move down, a massive move down. How the hell can AMC hit 1,000? Stop capping. So if you want to know a specific way where AMC can hit 1,000, so basically, as we start to get to where FOMO buying and a lot of people that are just holding the position drive that price up to certain levels, so maybe $100, $200, right? Right now we're holding, let's say, about 80% of the stock. If we're holding 80% of the stock, that means that you have short shares out there. They're holding a certain portion, about 90 or 100 million shares. We have about maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million left over, right? If we start to buy up even 81% of the stock, I think it's specifically 81.15% of the stock, so not even too much more where we are, we start to basically have more of a demand because they need to cover their shares. Now, when they need to cover their shorts by buying into the stock, they need stocks to do that. So basically saying, oh, well, you know what? I need to buy this, but there's only 3 available. Oh, well, you know what? I'll pay this much for it because I need to cover this short. I'll pay this much for it because I need to cover my short. So instead of paying $300, now they're paying $400, and now they're raising the price because the demand is so high, but there's only a limited share available, a limited amount of shares available. That's what continues to push that price higher. So that's where it ends up getting to that certain level. So if it gets above, $500, this is where GME was not finished. GME was nowhere near finished. It was literally to a point to where they started covering the shorts. You had FOMO buying. You had institutions that were getting in, hedge funds that were getting in as well on the buy side. So it was driving the price up rapidly. And it wasn't even to the point to where they were covering shares yet or covering their shorts yet. That's the issue. You're seeing that get to $500 worth of value, and they didn't even do the main thing that was supposed to make it squeeze. That's why I'm saying that AMC can have a huge gain. GME can have a huge gain. You can see them get up to into the thousands. So that's why my realistic target would be between 1,000 and 2,000. It could possibly jump above that as well. Does theta affect contract when you are in the money? Yes, I believe so. You still have theta. I'm just learning about options, but I believe you still have theta decay as the time is running, as you get closer to the expiration date. I was rejected by buying GME. I tried to grab 7, but was only able to get 2. They are on market orders. Well, it happens. It happens. Matthew Miller, Robinhood cancels all option orders after market closes. Just redo it tomorrow. It's simple. Stop rubbing it, Carl. Come on. Go somewhere. All right, so we got 700 people in here. This is supposed to be a quick stream. Guys, I didn't want to make this long. I will be live tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock, and if I don't get off now, I will not wake up tomorrow. So if you want to subscribe, definitely hit that subscribe button. But this was supposed to be a very quick stream just to talk about what happened in the video. Now I'm going to keep the video up. If you dislike the video, go over there and change that to a like. I appreciate any engagement. So if you dislike the video, then you dislike the video. If you want to keep it, then you want to keep it. But someone sent a super chat. What would be your pessimistic price target? If not between 1K and 2K. So So I would probably say I'm trying to think of where it can get to. Where would be the worst case scenario of the squeeze? Um, so I'm thinking if we see this jump up, right? I'm thinking that even if we do have less retail traders get in and we have less FOMO buying, right? And we start to squeeze where we are now, like we start to squeeze at $100. I'm thinking we can definitely get to a point to where it's easily where GME was, $500. Now, that's probably the worst case scenario of the squeeze is $500. Unless, you know what? The worst case scenario, it just depends on what the whales do. So we can get to $500, but if whales decide that, you know what, they want to sell off at 200, then they can do that, and it creates fear, which means that we're not holding as many shares. Then it starts to limit the amount that it's squeezing. So I would say the ultimate worst case scenario, I'm not going to sing today. I do have an amazing voice, but I'm not going to sing. No, I don't have an amazing voice. I'm just joking. But yeah, I would say worst case scenario, if we were looking at the overall situation and thinking that they were going to pull it back, probably 200. That's if the whales sell off and they decide that they don't need to hold until 1,000, or they don't need to hold until 2,000, or they don't need to hold until 5,000, then that's where it ends up being a difficult situation. Remember that the whales define where the peak is. We can say, oh, you know what? Yeah, the hedge funds define where the peak is because they're just going to cover their shorts. Well, they can cover their shorts, and yes, it will drive up the price, but it won't drive up the price as high if they're not offering higher and higher values for it. So if a whale sells 100,000 shares and they needed, 10,000 shares in order to cover some of their shorts, they're not going to pay a higher price for that. Maybe it'll go up a little bit because they're buying back those shares, right? But it's not going to go up as much as it would, because let's say you didn't have those 100,000 shares available from that whale. Now that person has to basically say, you know what, I'll buy it at $300. Well, I'm buying that, it's going up, plus I have to buy more shares at $320 or $340 or whatever. So ultimately, worst case scenario, if whales end up choosing the wrong decision in selling off and not sticking with us, then it could go to $200, 100x. That will probably be what the minimum of the squeeze will be, because it was at $1.90. So that would be basically 100x what it was. However, I don't think they're going to sell off that early. I don't think we're going to have a lot of whales that sell off early. I think a lot of people end up being kind of greedy. Times the human race is greedy, so we're going to see it continue to grow, and it's probably going to be somewhere around the middle of the road. But I truly do believe we will see it hit in the thousands. And my exit strategy, I mean, we can have another stream talking about exit strategy, but like I said, if I don't I wanted to do something else. I wanted to play maybe some Resident Evil and then go to sleep, because I go to sleep at like 10:30, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I got another super chat. Thank you for your considerate answers. Yeah, no problem. I mean, that's what I'm looking to do, is just to be real with everybody. Try and give everybody. I mistype earlier. Clove was not Ride. Oh, okay. Ride is not that bad. Whatever your opinion is, I respect it. But yeah, I'm always looking to be as real as possible. Tell you guys what I'm thinking. Be as transparent as I can. I'm not looking to hide anything from you. I will show you everything, because there are people out there, like if I sell a certain amount of positions, I will tell you what I sell. I will tell you why I sold it. I will tell you what I was feeling, whether I think it was a mistake or whether I think it was a good idea, and probably not mention it ever again. I have to change this camera now because it looks like it's about to die. It's only been 44 minutes. Well, I think I have to get out of here anyways. So, I think that's it. Guys, hit the like button if you can, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the morning. If you want to join as a member to be a part of the live streams in the morning, definitely do that. Also, you can join the Discord group in the link in the description. And there's a lot of other things around here. Thank you for the 605 people that are watching right now, 278 likes. You guys are amazing. And hopefully you found value in the video. This was actually the best open chat we've had in a while. I haven't seen much spam. I also don't have any moderators, so I'm glad there wasn't any spam. But yeah, the whole point of having the members is really to give them that opportunity to get all of their questions answered. So that's the reason why we do closed chats. It's only 99 cents that I make it in the morning. So if you guys want to, join tomorrow morning and stick around for tomorrow morning, I will be live at 5 a.m. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Danny Lee, thank you for becoming a member. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't hold clove. You're right. I think it should be a quick like cash grab type of thing. Oh, all right. You missed a super chat. Did I? No, I didn't. What do we need to do for Zom to go to $5? Zom is going to follow AMC. Sorry that I have to do this. So Zom is going to follow what AMC is doing. I think with the amount of push with AMC, and then eventually when it gets to a point to where it gets too high for retail traders, and we're really just waiting on the hedge funds, we're going to see Zom make moves based on the fact that people with AMC or people that are holding AMC are probably going to say, you know what, I have extra money. Let's put some over here in Zom and let's drive that price up, because that is being heavily shorted at the moment as well, and it has a lot of movement behind it. But that's what I see with Zom. There's probably some other things, and you can ask me tomorrow morning. We will definitely talk about Zom. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. So, see ya.